Hao, as they say in China. Let's start off by looking at the prices today. Bitcoin is currently at $36,292. It's down 1% from the last 24 hours. I think at one point, though, yesterday, it was at, what was it? A couple days ago, it was like, I think under 32,000. God, I can't remember. Let me check. See if I can check. Okay, put this at 1 week. Okay, let's look at here. When was this? 12th, Tuesday. Okay, so it's been actually going up for the most part this week. I mean, it's higher than it was just on Tuesday. Tuesday it was below 32,000. When was this? Okay, yeah. So Monday was when we had the big crash from 42,000 to $30,632. And I know on Coinbase Pro, yesterday the price was under $35,000. Right now it's at just above 36,000, and looks like we got to about 37,600. But I saw the price drop below. When I first noticed it, I think the price was like in the low 35,000s, and I decided to go ahead and buy some more. My plan was to put about $300 into Bitcoin and $200 into Ethereum. But man, I don't know if it's my computer or just Coinbase, but it was like going so slow. And like when I started to put the order in, the price was under $35,000. I think I put the order in for $34,940, something like that. But then as soon as I finally got it in, the price started going up. And like a couple hours later, it was over $37,000. It's gone down a little bit today, but I mean, $36,000 Christmas, we're just under $25,000. It's January 16th. So yeah, I saw the price going down yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's going to recover before the end of the month. And the way I saw it was a lot better than having it in the bank. So my order for Bitcoin did not go through, but the order I put in for Ethereum did go through, and I think that order was for at a price of $1,125. And today the price, I think the highest I saw it at was like $1,275. It's currently at $1,240, up 5.6% since yesterday. So it's even right now, even though it's gone down a little bit, it's more than $100 higher than where I bought it at yesterday. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I watched a couple of videos by other crypto YouTubers like Crypto Lark and I think Altcoin Daily. They were reporting that the amount of Ethereum held on exchanges was going down really fast. And, not financial advice, but I can't imagine the price not skyrocketing when that happens. There were like some reports from like 2 days ago saying the price had dropped like 10%. So if it keeps that up, all the exchange, not the price, I mean the amount of Ethereum held by exchanges had gone down 10% in 1 day. So if it kept doing that, they would be completely out in 10 days. And then I think the next day it was down, the, the amount of coins in exchanges was down like another 20 something percent. So I'm actually surprised we haven't reached an all-time high yet. It's a little confusing. It seems to me if they're running that low, the price should be a lot higher. But again, I'm glad I was able to buy some more, like I just said, better than keeping it in the bank. And then Polkadot is really crushing it. It was up, I think, like 40% at one time. It got up to like $19, almost $20. I guess I should have bought more Polkadot. I just bought like 15 of them. I think back in October when the price was under $5 because Crypto Zombie kept promoting it over and over again. Again, not financial advice, but yeah, it's doing really good. A lot of people are saying it will probably go up to $100 this year. Really, really wish I would have bought more, but can't complain. It's like almost quadruple what I bought it at. And it looks like it's probably going to go up a lot higher. It's definitely the biggest gainer in probably the top 100. Up 78% over the week. I think, yeah, I think it's gone down, and earlier this was at like almost 100%. Or it might have actually been over 100%, I think. XRP, still having a tough time. Cardano, killing it today. It's up 22%. It got to, I know, at least 38 cents. I saw it at earlier. I remember earlier, I saw it at like, I think 36.5 cents, and I was looking at it. I was like, wow, that's like, I know it hasn't been that high for a long time, and I was checking it out here, and yeah, that was like a new local high. It's been over a year since it was higher than that, and so it says here it almost got to 39 cents. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. I think I said in another video that when Shelly got implemented, a lot of people were making outrageous predictions about the price, saying it'd be like $1 or $2 by the end of 2020. I predicted it would be at 25 cents, and I think it ended the year just under 20 cents. But today it got 13 cents higher than what I thought it would end last year at. So it's probably actually higher than where I thought it would be at by this point. Litecoin, I don't know why they're having such a hard time. It's at $144, not too bad, but down 21% for the week. What was Bitcoin down for the week? Uh, Almost 12%. Yeah, I'm surprised Litecoin's not doing better, because I heard something about them and Cardano doing some kind of partnership together, I believe. And Bitcoin Cash, okay. Chainlink, I think I heard Chainlink hit an all-time high either today or yesterday. Stellar, 30 cents. Binance Coin, 43 cents. Okay, so those are all the coins I'm going to look at right now. Onto the video. So this is Stephan, pretty popular YouTuber, talks about investing. I've been trolling this guy for like several years now. Some of it is because he annoys me, but most of it is I'm just trying to kind of bust his balls a little bit. And I do have to respect him, because no matter how hard I insult him or troll him, he never gets angry. I have to give him credit for that. But what I don't like is his uneducated comments on Bitcoin. He just came out with a new Bitcoin video recently on January 6th called his thoughts on Bitcoin, and he makes a lot of kind of ignorant comments in this video. And I actually made a comment to the video, but it was from my other channel, and I tried finding it here where I'm logged into this not financial advice channel, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I wonder if he might have deleted it, because I did troll him pretty bad there. But we can see it here. This is my other channel. This is the comment I left. I said, "You're going to be really embarrassed by this video within 6 months. You don't even know what you're talking about." So in the video, he talks about how Bitcoin is supposed to be this currency, or supposed to be a currency, and it's failing at that. But that's really inaccurate. Like I said here, first of all, although Bitcoin was originally intended to be a currency 13 years ago, it long ago evolved into a store of wealth. Yeah, so that's what they mean when they say Bitcoin is digital gold. They don't say Bitcoin is the digital dollar. It's digital gold. It's not actually really a currency. It's more of a store of wealth now. And then also in the video, he said that the last Bitcoin was not going to be mined until 2140, because so many people are trying to mine Bitcoin now, which is increasing the difficulty, which is like slowing down the amount that gets mined, but that's also inaccurate. So I say, secondly, the difficulty level has nothing to do with how fast Bitcoin gets produced. Satoshi designed the Bitcoin code so the same amount would be created every 10 minutes in between halvings. So like since the last halving, the number of Bitcoins that get created every 10 minutes is 6.25, and it's going to stay that way until the next halving. Like before the last halving, the amount created every 10 minutes was 12.5, and it was that way since the second halving. That's regardless of difficulty. It might change a little bit because I think the difficulty gets adjusted like every week or every 2 weeks. But basically, what happens is that the more people who try to mine Bitcoin, the more difficult it becomes. But that doesn't change how much actually gets produced. And so I said to him, why don't you mention how there is no point in Bitcoin's 13-year history where it's not at least 500% higher in value 4 years later? Why don't you tell people how you missed out on huge gains because you panic sold like an idiot? Yeah, because I happen to know, I watched his first video on Bitcoin in like 2017, where I think he bought in, I don't remember, but I remember he sold it like $17,000. So if he would have just held on, yeah, he didn't have to go through that horrible 2 or 3 year bear market where the price dropped down to almost $3,000. But the price has gotten to 40,000 twice, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go a lot higher. So he missed out on some pretty big gains by selling at 17,000. Even though he made some profit, I believe would have been much better if he would have held on to it. And so I said to him, why don't you tell people how they tried to regulate Uber and Airbnb out of existence? I said that because in the video he talks about how the government might regulate Bitcoin, which I don't know, might make the price go down, maybe. Probably not, but possibly. Why don't you tell people how it's borderless? Yeah, he kept saying over and over in the video that Bitcoin has no value, and it's just pure speculation. Bitcoin does have value, like I say. Or are you actually stupid enough to believe there is no value in that? And then in all caps, I say, and why don't you ever talk about the real estate market? I'm sorry, why don't you talk about how the real estate market is manipulated? Because, yeah, in another video he made, I think in this one too, he talks about how the price of Bitcoin gets manipulated. And that's what I think he said in this video, that's what led to the price reaching almost 20,000 in 2017. But pretty much every asset gets manipulated. And I say to him, do a video. Well, I left out a word. I guess I gotta change that. I meant to say, do a video on Matthew Cox. I was really angry. I said, I'd love to see that. Matthew Cox is this guy who made like a fortune. He was like a big con man, and he manipulated the real estate market, I think, in Florida, and ended up making a fortune over that. But anyway, what's interesting about that is that yesterday I saw Stephan released this video saying why I bought Bitcoin. And I didn't even really watch this one yet. Maybe I will, probably not. But I did watch like the first 30 seconds, and he started saying he wasn't FOMOing in, and actually, to be fair, he's not really FOMOing, and it's still early. So I wonder if my comment might have encouraged him to see the light and actually go buy some Bitcoin. And then today, I watched this video from the After Prison Show channel. So this was a YouTuber who I guess was in prison for a few years, and he's a very entertaining YouTuber. He's very clever. I'm a big fan of his, but again, like Stephan, he was saying some things in this video that were kind of ignorant, and it's pretty obvious to me that out of the tens of thousand videos on YouTube about Bitcoin, he has not watched a single one. But apparently, he finally invested in Bitcoin this past weekend, or not this past weekend. This came out January 4th. So earlier this month, he bought some Bitcoin. He said the price was at $33,000 when he bought it. And he talks about how he considered buying an entire Bitcoin and doing a video about that, but he got cold feet, which certainly don't blame him for that. And he only put $1,000 into it. But then, like, the price immediately started going down, and I can't remember exactly when, but I think it was like less than a day later he sold his Bitcoin that he bought for $1,000 for $888, and then he bought it back. I didn't even watch this whole video, but and actually, when I stopped watching it, he was sounded like he was starting to make some positive comments about Bitcoin. But yeah, like in the description, it says, "In this video, I share with you some of what's been going on lately, how I just how I just invested in Bitcoin way late, and how that seems to be going." Yeah, so and I had to leave this comment here. It says, Prison Joe, you are not late to the Bitcoin party. You are super, super, super early. You really need to watch my video on why just this Bitcoin bull market is just getting started. I leave the link to my video. This is the video where I go over 7 reasons why the bull market is just getting started, let alone 5 years from now. If Bitcoin is a party of 100 people, only about 2 people have arrived so far. You are super early, I say again. And I say, I bought my first Bitcoin when it was at an all-time high of $1,800 because he said how when he bought it at 33,000 whatever dollars that it was at an all-time high. He basically makes it sound like he was a fool to do that. And so I tell him how I bought Bitcoin at an all-time high of $1,800, and then I bought it at an all-time high, I think, of $1,900, and then I bought it at an all-time high of $2,000. But $1,800, I said I only put $100 into it because I thought I was late to the party because, yeah, I don't think I had watched a single video on YouTube. Of course, there were a lot less of them back then, but yeah, I was also very ignorant about Bitcoin back then. And I say, and that ended up being the cheapest I would ever buy Bitcoin at. I say to him, did you know there is no point, I think I said this in Graham's video too, did you know there is no point in Bitcoin's history where it is not at least 500% higher than where it was at just 4 years earlier? Even when it crashed hard last year because of 19, it was still almost 10 times higher than it was 4 years from that date. I also did a video about that. I'll show you that. Which video was that? Yeah, in this video, I think I talked about that. Yeah, I go over Bitcoin's prices compared to like 4 years earlier. Was it this one? I did. Well, no, I don't think it was this one. I think it was actually still this one. I talked about that, or it might have been this one. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I'll go back here. Even when it crashed hard last year because of 19, it was still almost 10 times higher than it was 4 years from that date. I mentioned that, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in some video, but I can't remember exactly which one it was. There's a saying in the Bitcoin community, if you can't handle the 50% drops, you don't deserve the 10,000% gains. I am not a financial advisor, but never sell your Bitcoin for a loss. This is not an investment opportunity of a lifetime. This is an investment opportunity of an entire species. I think I got that from Trace Meyer. And I also got this, I think he actually said 5 years, but I say, if you're not rich in 10 years, you've got no one to blame but yourself. All you need to do is be patient and don't panic when the price drops. I said the same thing to my nephew. However, if you got into Bitcoin expecting the price to go straight up to 100,000 without any pullbacks and can't even wait one freaking week before you panic sell, on behalf of the Bitcoin community, and I got this from TMI, there's the door. Okay. Yeah, and I heard that the big price drop that happened earlier this week was actually a result of new Bitcoin buyers like this guy who panic sold when the price started dropping a little bit. And that people who have been hodling their Bitcoin like me for several years, they still, they didn't sell a thing during this, the big price drop that happened earlier this week. Yeah, and I did a video on that also. Here, Bitcoin crashes from 2017, part 1 and part 2, split up into 2 videos. Yeah, in 2017, we did not go straight up from under $1,000 to $20,000, there were several crashes along the way. And I think there were like 6 crashes of over 30% from the time it was under 1,000 to the time it got to $20,000. So yeah, if you're, like I said, if you're getting into Bitcoin thinking it's gonna go straight to $100,000 without any pullbacks, there's the door, like TMI says. I'm pretty sure this big crash we had last week, and this one wasn't even that bad. This one, I think, from the very top to the very bottom was like 25%. Like I said, in 2017, there were like 6 times it crashed over 30%. But I think it's actually going to be less severe this year. I think there will be a lot more pullbacks and crashes along the way before we reach the peak, but I think it will be a lot less severe this time because we got all these financial institutions investing into Bitcoin. But anyway, I think that will do it for the video. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting something, but that's nothing new. So, as they say in China, Zaijian, and always remember, no matter what happens with crypto, it's better than keeping it in the bank.